From MTN News, this is Montana This Morning.
Good Friday morning. It's 6 o'clock. Welcome to Montana This Morning. I'm Victoria Hill. Thank you very much for getting your day started with us. And good morning to Miller over in the Weather Center. Up and ready to get this weekend going for us.
Yeah, I want to show you something that's going to put a smile on your face. You ready? Look at that live shot right now. Absolutely gorgeous out there. Isn't that a nice start?
Beautiful.
Yeah,
Yes.
It's going to be a beautiful day today. We're not going to have to deal with the smoke really. Now, if you're in northern Wyoming, those winds will shift and put the smoke back down in your area today. We're going to be a little cooler today too. A backdoor cold front in Canada. It's going to drop down, not all the way in our area, but we could feel the effects of it. So maybe not as warm as yesterday. We're still going to be above average, but much cooler temperatures on the way, and we've got some rain in the forecast too. 49 right now at Billings, winds out of the west at about 8 miles an hour. High yesterday got up to 89. Don't think we're going to quite get there today, or overnight low of 57. Top gusts about 25, 24, 25 miles an hour yesterday. We're falling deeper for the month and the whole and for the year with no rain out there. We could really use the rainfall. Now, we've seen some improvement over there near Great Falls and areas west. We've gotten a little drier here in Yellowstone County, and we've seen just a little bit of improvement up there in the northeast corner of the state. Going to have to wait till Sunday maybe for that rain relief to come in. But if you're east of a Yellowstone County, it's not looking too good. Temperatures out there right now in the 40s and 50s, highs today in the 80s. A little cooler than yesterday because of that cold front to our north, but we're really waiting for that cold front Saturday into Sunday. Really going to cool us down and bring that rain. High today of 86 here in Billings with lots of sunshine to get us there on this National Go Fishing Day.
I'm thinking it has something maybe to do with Father's Day coming up on
You
Sunday.
think so?
But it is a free fishing week here in Montana. So that goes for residents and non-residents, all members of the family. But just remember there are some limits depending on where you're fishing. So still look up those regulations. It's just not a fishing free-for-all.
So that means you don't have to have a license? Is that what it is?
Yeah, you can. If you don't have a license yet, you can just go with
Really?
lake or
Okay, I haven't got my license yet. I've been
or-
waiting to do that, but
Yeah, go.
well, I may have to try. Hey, all right, know what I'll be doing this weekend.
hit up the water. Yeah.
Yeah.
My favorite fish to catch and then eat, catfish.
I like
Yes,
that.
you-
Me being from the south, that's all the rage.
Yeah. So
fried
that's my
catfish.
top, and then I think that's followed by bass, and then brook trout, and then rainbow or brown trout. That's my rankings. Just because the trout are on the lower end, just because of the bones, you kind of have to pick out. I just
Okay.
want to be able to eat.
All right. Hey, if you catch anything this weekend, save some for me, Kim.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I'll tell you what it's all about. All right, Miller. I'll get to news. Thanks. We start with some good news on the fire front this Friday morning. Most evacuation orders have been lifted, and crews had great success battling flames south of Red Lodge. While the 24,000-acre Robertson Draw fire remains 0% contained, its pace is slowing down. More than 200 firefighters worked to build a perimeter on Thursday and secure areas with structures. 5 engines patrolled the fire line overnight, monitoring for any hot spots. Officials say they are hoping to take advantage of the potential moisture the area could get this weekend. In Belfry, Governor Greg Gianforte met with officials to learn more about the Robertson Draw fire and address wildfire season as a whole. He says he's ready for the long haul with this early start to the season. The governor said he's pleased Montana secured FEMA funding to help battle the fire. 75% of the firefighting effort will be paid by the federal government. Meanwhile, the people of Belfry have been pitching in to help the men and women on the front lines, taking donations to buy food and water and paying for their meals at a local restaurant.
We're a close-knit community, but you know, when you see our land burning up like this, it hits us all at heart, and it just, people realize that, you know, how important our Montana Valley is.
And the 5,000-acre Crooked Creek fire continues to rage in the Pryor Mountains. Nearly 70 firefighters are working to protect any critical infrastructure. There have been no evacuations ordered, but a pre-evacuation warning remains in place for the Sage Creek area. The fire is burning along the Carbon County and Bighorn County line. Firefighters made some progress against the Deep Creek fire burning near Townsend on Thursday. Officials were able to reopen the highway, but anyone driving through the area should expect delays. The current cost of the fire is estimated around $1 million, and at least one home has been lost. Now here in Billings, finally, the former Big Bear Sports Center building on King Avenue West will have some new tenants. Sierra Trading Post, Home Goods, and Petco will share the space. All three stores are expected to open in 2022. The building has been vacant since November of 2017 when police held a standoff with an armed suspect who barricaded himself in the building. He was killed in a shootout with police. Billings City officials want your input on a new road near Mary Street in the Heights. The bypass corridor won't be complete for several years, but plans are being drawn up very soon. The people behind the project says it's not every day an entirely new road is built, and they want to make sure its design is well received by the community.
There's an opportunity for public to take a poll, to dream about what the future corridor looks like, what the purpose will be, how the community would like to use it. Go to the website, billingsbypasscorridor.com. It's too early to know really where the conversation will go, but now is the time to really have a voice in what the future community looks like.
Plans for the corridor may be ready in about 10 months. Montana U.S. Senator Jon Tester, who is part of the bipartisan group of senators endorsing a new infrastructure plan, says it could be introduced early next week. It focuses on what Tester calls traditional infrastructure, or roads, bridges, high-speed internet, and transit. Some liberal Democrats say they can't support it because it doesn't do enough to address climate change. Senator Tester says they should give it a chance.
I think it would really be important that they do as I'm going to do, and that is take a look at the bill, see what it does for your state, see what it does for the nation as a whole. Ask yourself, does this help us compete with China? And then make the decision based on that.
The latest stab at infrastructure funding is just half the price of President Joe Biden's initial plan. Thursday was full of surprises at the U.S. Supreme Court, and this morning the Affordable Care Act remains the law of the land. CBS's Bradley Blackburn has more on the court's decisions.
The Supreme Court has turned back another challenge to the ACA, the federal health care law popularly known as Obamacare.
The Supreme Court has just ruled the ACA is here to stay.
18 Republican-led states said the entire law should be struck down because Congress eliminated the penalty for being uninsured. That argument was rejected in a 7-2 ruling dismissing the lawsuit. 4 of the court's conservatives joined with their more liberal counterparts in deciding states and 2 individuals lacked the standing to bring the case.
The justices, by a strong majority, have said Congress decided to keep the ACA and we are not going to strike it down.
The Supreme Court issued another major decision Thursday, a unanimous ruling that said the city of Philadelphia was wrong to cut ties with a Catholic group that wouldn't place foster children with same-sex couples.
What I'm hopeful what we will see is common sense solutions that leave room for everyone to be able to participate in the foster care system.
Chief Justice John Roberts wrote for the court that Catholic Social Services, quote, seeks only an accommodation that will allow it to continue serving the children of Philadelphia in a manner consistent with its religious beliefs. It does not seek to impose those beliefs on anyone else. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, New York.
Regarding the Affordable Care Act, yesterday marked the 3rd time an effort to get rid of Obamacare ended at the Supreme Court. Today, North Korean leader Kim Jong-un told his government to be prepared for talks with President Biden, but be ready for confrontation. Kim Jong-un has long considered the U.S. policy toward North Korea as hostile and will likely continue his pursuit of a stronger nuclear arsenal. Leaders from the largest world economies called for North Korea to abandon its nuclear program during the G7 meeting last weekend. The top U.S. official will meet with South Korean and Japanese officials tomorrow to discuss plans to denuclearize the entire Korean peninsula. Voting is underway today in Iran for a new president. Turnout is expected to be low after the country's current leader barred hundreds of candidates from running. If the frontrunner Ibrahim Raisi is elected, he would become the first Iranian president sanctioned by the United States before taking office. He was sanctioned over his involvement in the mass execution of prisoners in 1988. Today's vote comes as the Iranian government tries to save the nuclear deal with other world powers. Just days after President Biden demanded Russian President Vladimir Putin crack down on cyber thieves operating inside Russia, a new report shows ransomware attacks are exploding, up 93% per week. This month alone, more than 1,200 organizations are being hit every 7 days. Ransom payments from companies increased over 340% to a total of $412 million during 2020. Continuing our coverage, 3 years after her disappearance, the reward for information about Jermaine CHARLO is increasing. Thanks to an anonymous out-of-state donor, anyone with information on her whereabouts could receive $15,000. CHARLO would be 26 years old today. Law enforcement officials believe the key to unlock her unsolved case is still out there.
You know, we use the hashtag a lot, somebody knows, and you know, maybe that's the tipping point from somebody wanting to tell, and every little bit helps, and we appreciate, you know, these donors helping increase that award, and hopefully it is enough to push somebody into wanting to tell what they may know.
Anyone who can provide information that leads to criminal charges can call Missoula Police Detective Guy Baker at 552-6284. You may be eligible for the reward.